Hey everybody, it's Becky. I just have my projects to share with you guys for the YouTube hop that Craftsupplies1 is doing. So all the design team members are doing it. Let me just go ahead and show you the paper that was sent in my DT package. I kind of went over it a little bit in the DT package, or the DT package video, but so for the YouTube hop, we just show our projects and we are giving them away. So each individual DT member is doing a video and they will be giving their projects away. So it'll start today, November 4th, and it will end November 10th. And then, so each DT member can pick a winner. And then Julie will pick two winners for the grand prizes. And she'll pick out of everybody that has commented and subscribed to each of the DT members' videos. So, and I will post the links to everybody's channel below so that you can just head on over there and over to the next one. And then when you get back to me, then you've went through everybody. So, and then the rules are you must subscribe to each channel. So make sure that you do that if you're not subscribed to everybody. Because if you don't, then you won't be entered in to win the prizes. And then watch the video. So watch the YouTube hop video, and then let's see, that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. You just go to each channel, make sure you're subscribed, and leave a comment. And then the grand prizes that Julie's going to pick, it's $40 gift certificate. So she's going to pick two winners, and each one will win $40 either to the Etsy or the Zibbit. So that's supposed to be Etsy. So that's what you will win. And then also, Craftsupplies1 is having a sale, and everything in the store is 20% off, and there's only a few days left on that, a couple more days. So there's no coupon for Zibbit, but there is one on Etsy, and it's sale 20, and I'll put the link to the stores below as well. So hopefully, like, the rules for the YouTube hop make sense. So hopefully I didn't confuse anybody. This is my very first hop, so it took me a minute to grasp onto the concept, I guess. I've kind of seen them before, but sometimes I get lost, and I think I've only done, like, participated, like, went to channel once. So anyways, I'll put all the rules and I'll put the links to the other DT members in the description box, so just head on over to the next channel. And yeah, and I think every DT member is going to put the links to everybody's DT channel or, YouTube channel below. So what I've made here for my little giveaway, so each DT member is going to do their own little giveaway, and then there's grand prizes from Julie. So what I've done is the balsa box and a card, and then an altered frame, and then off the altered frame I've hung altered cork, and then a TP Tussie Mussy. So, and you have to ignore my fingers because I've been spraying flowers, and of course they get all gross. So, here I'll just kind of go over the balsa box first. So this is, it's just one of those ones that they remind me of a little backpack. And I've used the Prima engraver on all of my little projects. And what I've done here is I took and colored, the first thing I did was I colored it with the Tim Holtz Distress paint, the antique bronze, I think. And then I did the inside of this black, the black soot distress paint. And then I took a little bit of water in the antique bronze, and I just rubbed my finger like over it so it'd have like a little shimmer to it, if you guys can see that. So I did that on the inside, and then I just left the sides right here, and then a little bit of the sides up here, you know, just the original bronze color. So then I covered it with paper, with this paper. I just stressed everything. I think the ink that I used was the dark bark, the chalk ink, the Prima chalk edgers. And then I used this little stretchy lace. I got that, I don't know where exactly I got that. It was in my stash, but Julie does carry the elastic lace that you could use on these balsa boxes. And then this is just a Tim Holtz knob, and I just took the original one off and put that one on. And then I'll go over the back. This is the back. The lace that I used, it was out of my DT package for this month, and it was this. And what I did is I just put it, you know, this way, and then I turned it around like, you know, this way and put it under this white lace, which is this one from my DT package. And then I just put these cute little brads from the paper line. Let me see if I can get it to focus better. Just here on the edges. I thought that was kind of cute. So that's all I did there. And then over here is like fussy cut this clock out of the paper, and I glossy accented it. I don't know if you guys can see it. And then I just stuck that in there. These leaves are just from my stash, some white ones, and I just stamped them with knotted wood with my script stamp. And then I just took some flowers from Craftsupplies1. This is actually a white one, and I sprayed it with my dark chocolate truffle, and that's the color that it turned out. I sprayed it a couple of times. And then this little one is a porcelain rose, and I just kind of dabbed it with some black distress ink with my little, you know, ink applicator. And then these are the black acrylic sprays that Julie makes that she carries in her store, and I have them tucked in there. And then this is a acrylic flower that she carries, and I just stuck that right there. These are like our little they remind me of daisies. And then this is the white 1.5 inch flower, and what I did is the ink that was left over from spraying this, I just kind of dabbed the edges of this flower, and it's all white, so it just got the edges. I thought that turned out kind of cool. And then this is a key that I fussy cut and put glossy accents on from the paper. And then these two flowers, and that one's from my stash. And then this is a Prima like lamp post that I just stuck in there. So that's pretty much it for my little balsa box. Pretty cute. And then the other thing that I did was this little teepee Tessie Mussy, and I think these are so cute because Marla Rizzo makes them, and I always think that they're like the cutest thing ever. So I made one. I don't know if mine's that great, but I just used the Prima engraver again, and I just stressed it with the dark bark. I think it's called that. It's behind my little curtain there. I'd grab it. And then, you know, I pinched the teepee closed and glued it. And then I hung this crocheted lace from Craftsupplies1 as a handle, and then I put these little flowers from Craftsupplies1. These are like the white, I think these are the 1/4 inch ones, and they're all white, so I just put 2 of them in there on the ends. And then this flower I made out of, let me show you guys, if I have it, oh there it is. It's this organza with this satin, and it's not very wide, probably like 1 inch, I think. And so what I did is I punched out a circle, you know, out of paper, and then I just rolled it around, and then I just put this bling center from Craftsupplies1 in there. I thought it turned out really cute. And then these pearl sprays right here from Craftsupplies1. as well as over here. And then this is just a Prima clock with some Prima clock hands. And then my lace that I did, I first did this dainty lace, and so I did it at the top and the bottom, and then I put this lace, or yeah, this one, you know, over it, and then I put this trim around in the middle. So I did that on the top and the bottom, and then I tied a bow out of the trim that I used in the middle, and then I put this little dainty lace that's here at the top in, and then this one is from Christina. Thank you, Christina. And then this is actually the top part of like this. So I've cut it because I've used it on other stuff, but I just cut the top piece off. And I just hung it from the bow. So that's my little teepee Tessie Messy. I thought it turned out pretty cute. And then my other thing that I made was this little frame. And like I said, it has the cork hanging from it. So there's the cork, and I'll go over that in a minute. And then there's the frame. And then this is the little hanger, so it hangs up. This little frame is, I got this when you could get them at Michael's, you know, when they had that big sale. And I think it's a little bit thicker, so it was when you could get them for like 25 cents, I think. So I picked up a couple, but this one's like really thick. So I gessoed it, and then I took that same antique copper color that I used on the balsa box and went over it. And then I put the glue on, and I let the glue like almost dry. And then I went over it with the antique white. And that's the way that it turned out. I thought it turned out really cool. It kind of looks like really old, especially with that antique bronze underneath it. Sorry, my fingers are like really gross, and I can't get it off. So, and I've washed my hands like 1,000 times. It's faded, but it's not as dark as it used to be. But it's not going away. And then I took this same dainty lace I used on the little teepee Tessie Messy, and I tied it for the little handle. And then this in the middle is actually, it's a whiter lace, but what I did is I kind of, you know, layered it. So there's 3 layers to it. Let me show you the design. So there's 3 layers, if you can see. There's 1, and then 2, and then the third one. And then I put this pearl trim right there in the middle, or, you know, on the edge. And then I also did it back here, just to kind of finish it up. And then this is all one piece. This is a flower spray you can get at Craftsupplies1, and it's actually a lot longer, but I cut it, you know, at a breaking point where it would still look good. And then I sprayed it, and that's the reason why my fingers are so gross, but I sprayed it with my Lindy's, the dark chocolate truffle. And I sprayed it twice, and then I went over it with the creme brulee cream. And then I sprayed it with the dark chocolate truffle again. And I had to like take my cloth and wipe the pearls and wipe the excess ink off and stuff. And then I heat set it. And then I went over it with some gesso and some white chalk edger. And that's what I did. That's the way it turned out. I thought it was really cool looking. I like the way that it turned out. So, and it comes complete, you know, with all these little pearls. And then there's some pearl sprays back here and the little circular ones. And then I tied a bow with this dainty lace again and some black seam binding. And then I put this little bottle cap. And what I did was, this is like a white one from Spare Parts. So what I did was I put the dark bark and pastel brown and knotted wood, the chalk edgers from Prima, on there, and then I sprayed it. I heat set it, and then I sprayed it with the dark chocolate truffle, and that's the color that I got. And then this is just from the engraver line, and I just put some glossy accents over it and stuck it in the middle. So that's my little frame. And then down here is my little cork charm that I made just to hang off of it. And I can't get it all in frame, or it looks pretty cool when it hangs. So it's just a wine cork, and I hung it from some chain in my stash. And then this is just some pearls from my stash. I just made a little charm. And then this key, I hate showing you guys my fingers. This little key right here is from Craftsupplies1. And then this little filigree right here is from Craftsupplies1, and I just glued it to the top. And then this organza trim is from Craftsupplies1, and let me show you without the little pearls in the middle. It's this little dainty, kind of, not dainty, but you know, it's pretty little. It's not really wide. I've worked with the wider stuff before too, and I love it. But that's what it is, and so I just put that down in the middle, and I used the engraver paper underneath. And then here in the middle is just some pearls that I had, some adhesive pearls. So I just put that down the middle. And then when I distressed it, I kind of ripped it, and I stuck some lace under there. And it's this same lace that I showed you before. Maybe not. Oh yeah, there it is. It's this one. And I just kind of cut a little piece and put it underneath there, and then up top there. And then underneath, this is another little filigree from Craftsupplies1, and then this is a white bead cap from Craftsupplies1, and then these are the calla lily bead caps from Craftsupplies1, and I just took some trims from my stash and put them in here. So there's that same trim, and then this is a butterfly trim that I got from Becky Long, and then there's this other one that I've used on the other projects. This is from my stash, as well as this one I think I got from Becky Long. And then there's this one again. And I think that's pretty much it. And then I think I've got some cheesecloth that I've done in there. And, yep, there it is. Some cheesecloth and some seam binding, black seam binding. And then somewhere in here, I've hung some chain, and I put this little scissor charm from Craftsupplies1 in there. And then there's another little charm in here somewhere. This little bird one, and that's from Craftsupplies1 too. There we go. And then this is just the chandelier charm from my stash. So that's my little cork charm. And I distressed the edges and used that dark bark as well. So that's my little frame. Just have it on my little easel. And then the other thing that I made is just a little card, and just to say thank you for participating. And so I used the Prima engraver, and I actually got the idea because I'm not very good with cards, but I got it off of Pinterest, the layering anyways, and some of the stuff that they did with their card. Thought it was really cute, like the gears, and then they had a little thing over here, and they did the clock too, and so I thought that was cute. So I did that, and my clock didn't turn out that great because I tried to heat setting it because I was trying to get it done so I could do the video, and but it still looks really cool because it's kind of like almost like warped. So you know, like it's been weathered or whatever. So I thought it turned out cute. So I just did a bow with this dainty lace at the top, and it's not wrapped around anything. I just glued it on there. And then there's another little bottle cap that I did the same way as I did on the frame. And then this is Prima gears and Tim Holtz gears, and then a Tim Holtz dial, like game piece, whatever. And then that's just a porcelain resin rose recollections. And then this is a Prima frame that comes with the engraver. And then I just stamped the word thank you on a piece of paper and cut it out. And then that's the engraver button, as well as a little zipper. And then this is some Recollections bling that I had, and I just stuck that there. This paper, you know, as you can see, I've layered it, but this paper, I stamped it with the Prima stamp, you know, that little design. Let me see if I can get it to focus a little bit better. So I just stamped right there, and then over here in the corner you can't really see it, and then I've done another little design right there. And then there's some more of that bling. And then these trims I've showed you, it's just the same trims. The little black, the whiter black lace trim, and then this one, and there's that one right there, and those are all from Craftsupplies1. And then these flowers right here, these are like 1 3/4 inch, and this is a brown two-tone, a lighter brown two-tone flower, and then that's the black one, and then there's a black, or a white, sorry, I think 1/2 inch flower, and then there's the cream, and I think these are 1 inch. And then these ones are just from my stash that I just stuck in there just to kind of fill it in. And then what I did is I went over it with that snow text. This stuff right here, Snow Rider. And I seen Creations by Song doing that, and I thought it was kind of cool. So that's what I did here on this. Did it all around everything pretty much. So that's my card, and then I'll fill the inside in when I pick the winner. So these are my little projects to give away for the YouTube Hop, and I will post all the information below. And don't forget the sale at Craftsupplies1. Go check it out. If you have a cart that's full, or you know, has a couple of things in it, take a look around the store, because she's always adding new stuff. So I would highly encourage you to take advantage of the sale. So things are marked already cheap, so with the sale it makes it pretty good. So anyways, I will post all the information. If you have any questions, comments, leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to every channel, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.